Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing about digging wells in the desert. Now during this time, the Lord kept giving me the number 26. 26, it stands for the gospel of Christ. So it was funny because I was watching this video, this YouTube video on this Christian couple who God had brought them together, and they're just showing their testimony. And right there, God told me, He was saying, this couple is going to be used so mightily, so greatly because of their testimony. They're a good representation of what God can do when He brings two people together. So, shortly after that, I was resting and I was just seeking God, and He began to speak to me about wells. And then I open up the Word and I go to Genesis 26. And of course, when I saw the number 26, I was just amazed. And it says, Genesis 26, verses 1 to 3. It says, there was a famine in the land, besides the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went to Abimelech, king of the Philistines, in Gerar. Then the Lord appeared to him and said, do not go down to Egypt. Live in the land in which I shall tell you. Dwell in this land, and I will be with you and bless you. For you and your descendants I will give all these lands, and I will perform the oath which I swore to Abraham your father. Now, if you remember the video that I did prior to this one, I was speaking about slavery and how God did not want his people to be in slavery anymore. You know, God is preparing a way to bless his people to where they don't have to go to Egypt. And it goes on to say that Isaac had to dig up the wells that his father did, that his father established, because the Philistines were so jealous, so envious, because they were blessed, that they had stuffed up the wells with dirt. So, in order for you to, of course, you being in the desert, you have to have water. You have to have a source of water. And, you know, back in those days, you could not just go to any well. They belonged to somebody. They belonged to a clan or, you know, certain people that didn't like for you to be drinking from their water. So finally, after all this fighting and trying to get his father's well back, it says that Isaac had his servants dig out the dirt that the Philistines had put in this well. You know, it's a source of water that you have to have. And what God was showing me was that, you know, Abraham paid the price for this well. And, you know, when you're digging for a well in the desert, that's not an easy task. You have to know where to dig. Just like in life, when you don't know where God is trying to prosper you, you know, you can be digging in the wrong place for a long time and there's no water there, there's no source there. And until you hear God speaking to you and saying, dig here, this is where I'm going to bless you, this is where I'm going to bless your family. And Abraham, having the relationship that he had with God, he knew where to dig. So it was Isaac's job to come and restore that well. And what God was saying was, there's some of you where somebody has already done the work for you. You just have to go in and restore it. Wherever God has told you that he's going to bless you, he's saying, dig here. This is where I'm going to bless you. And another thing that he was reminding me of this study that I did a long time ago. And he was saying when Abraham sent his servant to go find a wife for Isaac, it said that he found her at the well. And again, when Jacob was sent to go find a wife, when he went to the well, it was Rachel that was walking towards him to go to the well also. So this couple that I was seeing in this video, God was showing me as an example. He was saying, I'm going to bless you at the well, at this well that I'm telling you to dig. A lot of you are going to meet your spouse. God will prosper you and your family. And this well is going to be for generations to come. Everything you need is going to be in this well. God is going to provide. You are not going to lack. But like I said, he was saying, don't go back to Egypt. Whatever fears that you have, just trust him. Trust his instructions. Whatever he's telling you to do, wherever he's telling you to dig, that he's telling you he's going to prosper you there. Focus on that. Trust the Lord. He has big plans for you and your family. So with this, I pray that it bless you. If you have a comment, leave it down below. Until the next video.